Hello everyone, this is going to be a Scorpio Kriya for the Scorpio season. And if you want to learn more about the Scorpio season, you can find that under Scorpio activation. Okay? So, we're going to dive right in like Scorpio dives us right into our deep emotions. Okay? So, Scorpio has to do with magnetism. Scorpio is very, very magnetic. So you can become very magnetic at this time. Now, Scorpio is magnetic in the way of emotions, right? That's how you say Scorpio has an attractive, sort of alluring, emotional magnetism. So, right now, you're going to be emotionally magnetizing, okay, person, place, and thing into you. Okay, so we all have these deep unconscious emotions, and we are magnetically drawn to particular people based on that unconscious emotional magnetism. For example, let's say a lot of times this is just so deep you don't even become aware until you really start to look at the emotional impact these relationships have on you, what you have on them, and you will find themes, right? That's the one thing about the unconscious emotions. If you give it time, you will see themes within the relationships, right? It's kind of like same but different, right? And all of that is showing you your unconscious emotional magnetism. And a lot of it comes from childhood, and it is difficult, we can say, to rewrite. It's like rewriting the mythology of 7 generations of our family, right? Our family's been carrying a lot of times this emotional destiny, I like to say, and it's been carried down for several generations. So changing the mythology of 7 to 13 generations is not necessarily easy, right? And that's why it's very difficult. And a lot of people, for a lot of us, we still are going to carry that deep unconscious emotional magnetism. But the more that we become aware, the more that we can make a different choice. And that's the thing about the 7 generations, the 13 generations, is that the more you become aware of your unconscious emotional magnetism, the more that you can make a different choice. So you may still be feeling drawn to these kinds of person, place, and thing based on the momentum of 7 generations, right? It's kind of like a hand-me-down. We're just naturally feel destined, emotionally destined to have this sort of play out in our life based on mom and grandma and great-grandma and so on. But the more we become aware, right, the more we can make a new choice. And that's when we make a new choice, that's when we start to really turn the boat, right? And turning the boat is not something, you don't just turn the wheel like a car. Have you seen those big boats? It's like a slow, like, the boat turns and it's like an hour for a boat to turn one way to the other way. That's probably like 3 hours, who knows, for it to like, okay, I'm turning, right? So it's like you have to keep turning the wheel, right? Because the resistance is that the momentum, it wants you to keep going in the direction of what is known, right? With your mom, your grandma, and great grandma, right? So with the wheel, it's not just, oh, a car, let me, I change gears like that. It's like a big boat. You carrying 7 to 13 generations. That's a big boat. A lot of people, right? So you're not just carring 4 or 5 people. You got a boat, which, I don't know, maybe 1,000 people, right? So it's like, okay, you got to just keep turning the wheel. Hold it. Just keep turning. And then slowly, gradually, the boat will change directions. And not only you're changing it for yourself, you're changing it for everybody in that boat, right? If you have 1,000 people in that boat and you're heading east and you all of a sudden turn it west, everybody's now going west. So not just you. Think of it as all of your ancestors are now, 7 to 13 generations are now going in a different direction, right? So that is the emotional impacts the momentum of our family tree has on us. So we might not be able to kind of escape, right? That we're attracted to these kinds of people, right? We feel lured into having, these kind of emotional interactions with people. But we can make a new choice. And that's the wonderful thing about sovereignty, about spiritual growth, and about emotional maturity, is that you can make a new choice. Emotional immaturity is you don't know how to make a new choice, right? So you just keep having same repeat relationship, and then you start to feel like a lot of people, you're in a rut with it, right? You just keep having the same thing and you're completely unaware, and the same thing and completely unaware, right? Until maybe you're 30 or 55, you realize, oh, I need to make a new choice, right? A new choice. So I'm going to give you a Scorpio Kriya to help you make a new choice, so that when you do, again, this Scorpio season, you're going to see some patterns, some emotional patterns in the way you relate to people emotionally, right? So let's say, for example, I am like the emotional powerhouse, because Scorpio is an emotional powerhouse, meaning Scorpio will touch your emotions and you will really feel impacted by the emotional powerhouse of Scorpio. So let's say I'm just like emotional powerhouse, and I have a well ingrained pattern from my childhood of basically giving my emotional power to benefactor other people, right? People who are very victim, right? Victim, or people who are poor, poor as in emotionally bankrupt, poor as in deeply depressed, right? So, and let's say I've had that dance, I've had that emotional interaction with these people, right? Let's say I've had one or two. Because again, if you give it time, you will find themes in these relationships, really interesting themes, like almost to the point where these people even have the same sort of hobbies, right? Or the same sort of like interests, or just even the same smell. I've noticed that there's some of the pattern, the people part of my emotional patterning from childhood has the same smell. And I'm like, I smell this. I've smelt this before. And I'm like, okay, that's a theme, right? Or they have the same kind of possession, like a fish tank. Let's say you've had various people that have some sort of fish tank, or something that is about like a fish tank, right? It could even be like you've had somebody that's had a real strong Pisces energy, and that really reminds you of like a fish tank, right? I mean, it could be something like seems so subtle, but it'll totally go over your head if you don't really connect to your emotions and listen, feel your emotions, and how has this relationship impacted you emotionally? Like, how do you feel after it? Because you'll notice a theme in the way with the other relationships, how you feel as well, right? And the more you become aware, you're like, I'm going to make a new choice. And that's the powerhouse of Scorpio, is that I'm going to make a new choice, and I'm going to rewrite mythology of my emotional destiny, right? That I'm emotionally bound to have these relationships that make me feel a certain way. And I don't really like the way that I'm feeling. I feel like emotionally, like I'm carrying, like for example, let's say you carry on the emotional weight of other people. Let's say from a childhood, you had a mother who would do that, right? Let's say your mother would carry the emotional baggage of the father. Like, let's say the father was like dumping his emotional problems on the mother. So as a child, you saw that sort of relationship dynamic. You took that on as a child, and then you began to continue it on through your own relationships. For example, I made, allow a man to dump his emotions on me, right? He's victim, woe is me, pity party, I don't like my, my situation, just dump on me. And in keeping that pattern going, I just take in, I take in the emotion, no, like, attack from this person, right? Because as a child, that's what was going on between my mother and my father. So emotionally, the magnetics was created in that childhood, emotional magnetics, and now I'm starting to see it play out in my adult life, right? So the more that I look at the theme, I'm like, okay, this person smells exactly like the other person. That's a theme, right? Or if something about fish tank and these people have fish tank, or something about fish tank. That's just that theme. Okay, these people have the same sort of, like, the way they make me feel is like the same, right? I feel like this person is dumping their issues on me. That's just one example. There could be so many examples, right? But I'm just using the one of the, like, let's say this person's dumping, like I'm their therapist, right? And I take on the weight of their emotional stuff, right? Because I'm the stronger one. Usually the stronger one is the one who takes on the emotions of the relationship. Usually, a lot of times, it's the strongest one. So in rewriting it, I just create the boundaries, because a part of this rewriting this emotional sort of attraction we have to certain people, places, and things, is that we have to set up boundaries, right? If we don't set up boundaries, our emotional body will be constantly feel like it's out of our hands. And that's the one thing that is really, really heavy, and it can be, is that we feel like our emotions is out of our hands, right? It's constantly pulled on, it's constantly dumped into, and that really takes away from the powerhouse of our emotional body. Because when our emotions are really healed, and when our emotions are unified within the heart chakra, our heart chakra, we're actually very powerful, magnetically powerful, right? We have a very mesmerizing, captivating, alluring emotional power. Now, with that being said, again, the childhood, that patterning is still going to show up. It'd probably show up until the end of our life, right? It's not just going to, I fix it. No, right? Because the childhood is it's so deep ingrained for a lot of us, whatever it is. But we can heal, and we can make a new choice. And the more that we make a new choice, like turning the boat, and if we have the will, right, and we have the strength to keep holding the wheel and turning it day in, day out, we are capable of turning the boat for everybody who's on the boat, right? So that's what we're going to attempt to do with this Scorpio Kriya. Okay, so inhale, really squeeze up, tuck in the chin, have the chest wide open, feel the rib cage, roll the shoulder blades back. Feel as though you're levitating off the floor, squeeze in, Mula Bandha. Exhale, inhale. Now I want you to exhale, and I want you to imagine as you pull up the lower locks, X-organ, rectum, navel, belly button, spine. I want you to feel as though you're zipping up the Sushumna channel, all from the perineum all the way up to the crown of the head. And I want you to extract all these lower energies from the root all the way up to the crown. And when you exhale, you're going to literally just open the crown like this and let it shoot out into the universe, like literally like you're venting out and like lifting all this lower energy. Exhale, we're going to do it again. Extract, pull it up, really feel yourself pulling it up as though you're levitating. That's how much you're rising. Letting it, moving out, like opening the crown, out. Out, think out. Last time, really squeeze it, extract, pull it out from the root all the way up the crown of the head. Open the crown consciously like you're opening up a red rose, and then release all of that. Let it move out of your body, out of your aura. So first thing we're going to do, so just rubbing the hands together. Just create some heat, some friction on his hands, really energizing the healing potential. Your hands are very, very healing. So we're kind of opening up the energy centers within the palms. Okay, so place a hand on the heart, place a hand on the navel. Om Sam Vaheguru. Om Sam Vaheguru. Om Sam Om Sam Vaheguru. 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 Inhale. Press into the navel, press into the heart, feel the vibration, purifying, alchemizing the heart, the navel, balancing the heart and the navel, going up and down, harmonizing. Set more air through the nose, really tuck in the chin, press the tongue on the upper palate, feel the Sushumna channel. Like so. Okay, lower the hands down. What we're going to do now is we're going to really cleanse this Sushumna channel, right? This emotional channel. So your Sushumna channel, very much see it like a pipeline, right? And we are made of water, right? We have a lot of water, right? And the Sushumna channel, it really much, it moves. It's one of the major pipelines, you could say. From the earth, the water, which is the minerals of the earth. We say the water, which is like the particles, the atoms, which is, and the cosmos, right? So this major pipeline is constantly flushing in water, right? Flushing in water, flushing out water, flushing in water, flushing out water, right? So sometimes the pipeline, when we can create pockets in the pipeline where we can collect water, right? And that water can get very dense, right? Water needs to circulate. So we create these pockets in the pipeline. See it kind of like a plaque. A plaque kind of creates this pocket in the pipeline. And within that pocket, there's like water that gets trapped in there, and it becomes really dense, and it becomes swampy, right? It becomes very, very heavy water, dirty water. So we're going to use this kind of motion. So see your central pipeline and see it as, again, flushing in water from the cosmos, flushing in water from the minerals of earth, and flushing out water, right? Flushing out the toxins, right? Flushing out the toxins in the body through the water, right? Flushing out, it's kind of like when you fast, when you just, fast and you just drink water, what you're doing is you're trying to flush out any toxins, any bacteria that may be just lingering in you, right? So that's what we're going to do. And water is one of the most purifying energies. It's one of the most purifying energies. So that's kind of the hand position. So really, I'm kind of zipping it up. You see that's hand position. So it's kind of like the back of the hands, or the back of the middle finger and the pointer touching, and then I kind of come up. and I kind of open it like this, right? So it's kind of like I'm opening up this channel. I'm flushing in some clean crystalline water, and I'm really flushing out the pipeline, right? I'm really like flushing out the pipeline where there's these pockets that have dirty water. We don't want dirty water. So really tuck in that chin. Make sure the chest is open. Make sure the shoulders are rolled back. Make sure the spine is tall. Again, this is a central pipeline. So you're really kind of zipping up the energy and really releasing these lower energies. You're pushing it through the pipeline. You're pushing out that dirty water that you may be having in pockets of yourself, and you're pushing it out, cleaning up the pipeline, and your emotional body, your heart chakra is the conductor of the movement of the water. Your heart is the conductor. It pumps the blood. It pumps the water. So when your heart is clogged, the energy between the cosmos and the energies of the earth cannot move through you, cannot circulate through you properly, because your heart is the conductor. So when that's blocked, when that's clogged, the energy of the cosmos and the energy of the earth can just not move through us. Okay, inhale, hold it up like this. Make sure your hands are like kind of like a little cup. Long, deep breathing in and out through the nose. Make sure the chest is wide. You see this angle, really create this angle. My elbows are bent. My hands are almost like, fingertips are almost coming together. See that space? They're like a foot apart. Okay, inhale, exhale, drop the hands down. Now really massage the breasts and the rib area. Massage the breasts, the upper breasts, everywhere around. Create like a circulation in the breasts, and really get into the circulation within the massage of the rib cage. So even go in the back, go all the way to the sides. So inhale through the nose, exhale side out. So really massage. Get into like that back of the ribs, the top of the ribs, all the way to the bottom of the ribs. Massaging even that solar plexus. Kind of get into that sternum. Get into the breast. Create all kinds of, just have fun with it. Use your knuckles, use your fingers, use the back of the fist. Go up and down the sternum with the knuckle. You can even tap. Just really get at that deep massage of the breast, right? So when we're tapping the breast, you can create a sort of a circle around the breast. You can get up towards the collarbone area, just below the collarbone. Again, kind of opening up that solar plexus. Going all the way, can get even to the upper back. That that upper back area. Okay. Now we're going to do have our hands, so I have right over left. Okay. So keep the hands here at the heart level. So don't drop here, drop here. So really at the heart level. So I'm just kind of flicking back. And just really close your eyes and just really visualize anything that you need to release. Just kind of let it go, like pull it, extract it from your heart, and just let it fall off you, clearing it out. And we're going to be using this mantra while we do this. It's a way for us to really amplify the purification of ourselves and the mighty prosperity that wants to flow in once we really cleanse all of those lower vibrations. As long as there's lower vibrations within us, there cannot be mighty prosperity. Up Sahai Hoa Sache Sach Doa Hara Hara Hara. Up Sahai Hoa Sache Sacha Doa Hara Hara Hara. Up Sahai Hoa Sache Sacha Doa Hara Hara Hara. Now both hands back. Up Sahai Hoa Sache Sacha Doa Hara Hara Hara. Up Sahai Hoa Sache Sacha Doa Hara Hara Hara. Now bring kind of the back of the hands kind of pressed together, the back of the wrist pressed together, almost like you're trying to really bring the arms together, the back of the forearms together. Up Sahai Hoa Sache Sacha Doa Hara Hara Hara. Up Sahai Hoa Sache Sacha Doa Hara Hara Hara. Up Sahai Hoa Sache Sacha Doa Hara Hara Hara. Up Sahai Hoa Sache Sacha Doa Hara Hara Hara. Up Sahai Hoa Sache Sacha Doa Hara Hara Hara. Up Sahai Hoa Sache Sacha Doa Hara Hara Hara. Inhale, exhale. Bring the hands down. Definitely feel it. Take a moment to feel any subtle adjustments that you're having in your emotional body. Place your hands on your heart. So now what we're going to do is our hands here in lotus at the heart. And just close your eyes. And look down into the lotus flower with your eyes closed, as though you're looking down into the lotus flower. Long deep breath through the nose. I want you to feel water, like you're inside the womb of your mother. You're inside the womb of Cosmos. You're inside the womb of Mother Gaia. And there, like you're in a water sack, and there's just pure, crystalline, clear, clean water. Bathe in this crystalline, crystal clear, pure water, like a waterfall cascading on you, like the ocean cleaning, cleansing you. You're just allowing that energy to let go, let go, let it go, let it out. Let it out. Inhale. Exhale. Close the hands into prayer. So bring the left hand across the heart like this, and the right hand out with the palm kind of cupped. See this? Cupped out here, still at the heart level, the right hand. I'm going to use this mantra. Guru, Guru, Wahe Guru, Guru, Ram, Das, Guru, 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 Wahe Guru, Guru, Ram, Das, Guru, 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 Wahe Guru, Guru, Ram, Das, Guru, 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 Wahe Guru, Guru, Ram, Das, Guru. So hand comes out, straight out like this, and then it kind of swipes to the side. And when you really swipe to the side like this, you really want to imagine that you're really cutting through, right? You're really cutting through the avoidance, right? The avoidance of your emotions. It's almost like you're wiping your windshield wipers off. You're cleaning the windshield wipers so you can see clearly, emotionally see clearly. So wiping that whatever, that dirt that's on your window, using that windshield wiper, and then really opening up. We talk about opening up this third eye, and then also awakening, activating your navel, right? So that you can basically make a better choice, a better emotional choice. Guru, Guru, Wahe Guru, Guru, Ram, Das, Guru, 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 Wahe Guru, Guru, Ram, Das, Guru. Inhale. Exhale through the nose and just kind of sweep it. The palms are facing each other and going up and down, all the way up to like the throat and all the way down to the navel point. Hara Hara Govinde. And really look at the tip of your nose. So this is a prosperity mantra. So really clearing out the heart chakra of all of this deep wounding we have due to poverty, right? Childhood poverty creates a lot of deep wounding in our heart, and the way emotionally we don't feel safe, emotionally we're insecure, emotionally we feel weak, Emotionally, we feel small and belittled and incapable and unable to really emotionally claim our powerhouse and actually to emotionally alchemize, right? Alchemize ourselves into a prosperous, mighty command, right? Because again, the heart is a command language, right? The heart is about I'm going to move, right? That's command. Commander is about let us move. So this is a mantra to really let you move, right? Let you move out of this emotional poverty that has you emotionally in this rut and these lower energies, to really get out those low energies that are buried or repressed in us. Hara Hara Gobinde, Hara Hara Mukande, Hara Hara Udare, Hara Hara Pare, Hara Hara Haryang, Hara Hara Karyang, Hara Hara Niname, Hara Hara Kame, Hara Hara Gobinde, Hara Hara Mukande, Hara Hara Udare, Hara Hara Pare, Hara Hara Haryang, Hara Hara Karyang, Hara Hara Naname, Hara Hara Kame, Hara Hara Gobinde, Hara Hara Mukande, Hara Hara Udare, Hara Hara Pare, Hara Hara Haryang, Hara Hara Karyang, Hara Hara Naname, Hara Hara Kame, Hara Hara Gobinde, Hara Hara Mukande, Hara Hara Udare, Hara Hara Pare, Hara Hara Haryang, Hara Hara Karyang, Hara Hara Niname, Hara Hara Kame, Hara Hara Gobinde, Hara Hara Mukande, Hara Hara Udare, Hara Hara Pare, Hara Hara Haryang, Hara Hara Karyang, Hara Hara Niname, Hara Hara Kame. Inhale. Bring the palms closer together at the heart. Feel the chi at the heart. See gas stove blue in between your hands like you're holding a flame. Set more air through the nose. See that flame at the heart, this gas stove blue flame at the heart. Really let it burn through the deepest layer of your emotional body. Let it burn away the tissue of poverty, the tissue of insecurity, the tissue of weakness. Exhale. There you go. Now we're going to come onto our knees. So we're going to come into child's pose. Place the forehead on the ground. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Come up. Just a way for us to really ground our energy. So we're going to do some sort of heart. We're going to be on our knees. So it's kind of, we're circulating that heart energy. So again, my hands are kind of like this. They're open, but their hands are together, kind of like a little cup. They're not like this. They're like this. I'm just looking at the tip of my nose, and I'm just creating this motion. So as though The fingertips, you see they're kind of coming down the channel and then kind of coming back up. So as though the hands are facing towards you. And you can go like as fast as you can. It's also working on the shoulders and letting go of this shoulder tension that we may be carrying. So it's kind of like where you see this in slow motion coming down, right? Almost coming down the crown of the head, coming down the channel, see it? Right? The fingertips aren't touching, right? Coming all the way down to almost the solar plexus and then coming back up. So really trying to circulate the chi in this upper half of our body. So the more circulation we have in the upper half of our body, the more emotional circulation we have, right? So again, just looking at the tip of the nose, just trying to move the energy as fast as you can. So we don't want to be harboring any emotions. We definitely don't want to be having emotional constipation, as a lot of people have. A lot of people are emotionally backed up. And that's why they're walking around really agitated and like a lot of, like when you're backed up and you don't feel good, right? It's like, I just don't feel good in my body. I feel heavy, right? I feel like I've gained 10 pounds and I just need to go. That's the thing. It's like when you are emotionally constipated or backed up, it's like you feel like you've gained 10 pounds emotionally, right? So this is a way for us to really clean out. Kind of imagine like you have an emotional intestines, and when it gets backed up, it's very hard for us to take in new emotions, right? Like when we're backed up, it's really hard for us to want to eat, right? Because we feel like we're already like have 10 pounds worth of food in us that isn't digested and hasn't eliminated itself. So this is a way for us to really open up the chi and the heart energy, right? The heart energy. So that we can really let go of that emotional 10 pounds, so that we can invite in new emotions, right? Anything energy is about, it's metabolic. It's about circulation. Metabolic health is about flush it in, flush it out, flush it in, flush it out. It's not about flush it in, hold on to it, and then flush more in, hold on. No, it's about flush it in, flush it out. You get the cosmos flushes into you. The cosmos flushes out of you. The minerals of the earth flushed through you. Minerals of the earth flush out of you. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to have our hands away and we're going to be creating this sort of, so the right hand is moving to clockwise, the left hand is moving counterclockwise. And it's very rhythmic. So the right hand kind of comes out, right? So they're not like this. They're very much like a dance, right, with each other. Again, still looking at the tip of the nose. There's a lot of definitely heat that we can create in our emotional body. Right, so actually it goes in the left hand comes towards you and the right hand goes away, and so left hand towards you, left hand away, or right hand away towards you. So towards you. Okay. So that's kind of the correct hand posture. We're not here for very long, so just give it your best. Breathe long and deep through the nose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Reach back. The hands go back. The chin is tucked in. You can bring the hands together, open the armpits, open up the heart, open up the rib cage, the navel, open up the organs. Exhale. Bring it down. Open up the back, the back of the heart. So I'm letting the chin fall, and I'm letting my upper back, the back of my neck, the upper back to open. Okay, inhale, exhale. Okay, and just come seated again. Last thing that we are going to do together. So definitely feel some energy has been shifted around. Just take a moment to feel the subtlety of your emotional body being refined. So we're going to have this kind of left hand's in a fist, right hand's over the fist like this. We're going to come out, come in, come out, come in. Kind of like you're kind of bringing back to life your heart. So my left hand has the thumb and the fingers over the thumb. Again, so you only come out like a foot, right? And then you kind of bring it back in. And just close your eyes and visualize yourself in just a white flame, right? And at the heart, the center of this white beautiful flame, like a white lotus flower with 108,000 petals, is a deep gas stove blue flame that is burning at the heart. So really visualize that, focus on it, concentrate on it. See that white flame, you're inside that white flame. And the gas stove blue is the deepest layer of your heart, deep within this white flame. And I want you to visualize in this white flame that if you see any dark energy, right, that looks like plaque, right, dark, sort of icky, sticky plaque energy, low energy, dense energy, like heavy energy, you're going to imagine that this gas stove blue, it expands to those areas, like it spreads to those areas, and it basically just consumes those areas, the plaque that you may have. So really feel your aura, your whole auric field, and this white flame and this deep gas stove blue heart. It is going to burn through any plaque, any dark energy that may be somewhere in your auric field. Really see it, and then let the gas stove blue consume it. Take it, eat it, digest it, eliminate it, break it down, break it so far down like a mountain into sand, right? Break it down. Let your heart has its own metabolic health, just like your metabolic health when it comes to the circulation of the chi throughout your entire body. You have emotional metabolic health, and that can actually circulate your emotions, so that your emotions don't become constipated, backed up, built up, and then therefore heavy, and then it creates a sluggishness, even depression within you. So we're just kind of like really targeting this heart area right now. And what we're doing is we're just really enlivening this heart chakra, right? It's almost like we're resuscitating it, we're reviving it. Okay, and then inhale, place the hands flat, both flat in your heart. And I want you to chant a call and feel it in your heart. So feel the vibration of your throat, the chant in your heart. Feel it in your heart and feel that you're letting it basically break down the plaque. Like it's literally flushing out the constipation that you've been having emotionally. That's literally making you feel agitated and emotionally, like, you know, when you're backed up, you just feel like crap. No more of that. Akal, akal, akal. Akal, akal, akal. So really feel like the vibration is jiggling and like literally jiggling out these sort of dense, stuck sort of plaque energy, these lower vibration. It is literally creating like a gas stove blue portal, like feel like a tunnel, like a blue tunnel, and all of this dark energy is literally being flushed down that pipeline, really visualize. There's a pipeline from your heart, right, from your heart out to the cosmos, and literally feel like the call is like flushing out that dense, heavy, like emotional plaque energies, lower energies, and pushing it through the tunnel, right? The force of the call is like literally like opening the floodgate, and everything that floodgate, it literally, the wave, the vibration, the power literally just pushes all that energy out. So you're literally flushing that pipeline, your emotional body, flushing it out. Akal, akal, akal. 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 Inhale. Place the hands on the head. Hold the breath. Press the tongue on the upper palate. Tuck in that chin. Open up the chest. Open up the armpits. Feel the channel cleansed. Flush it out. Sip one more air through the nose. Exhale. Sigh it out. Inhale. Sigh it out. Inhale. Now just kind of move, sort of like I'm moving the base of the spine. So rotate clockwise, rotate counterclockwise. You're almost finished. Just these last little adjustments to really let the heart be free. Really open up the cage that is the heart. Think of the heart and think of the heart as a vehicle, a movement, right? See it as a movement, and that gets you to your destination, right? It's a movement that gets you to your destination. So there's nothing more powerful than somebody who has an empowered heart. There's nothing more powerful than an empowered heart, because the heart is the vehicle, the heart is the movement. Where there's a vehicle, where there's a movement, there is gonna be a reached aspiration, a reached goal, whatever that may be. So the energy, right? The energy to fuel the vehicle, to fuel the movement, right, that you want to have in your life. The fuel comes from your pranic body, right? The more oxygen we have, the more chi we can generate. The more oxygen that the more prana, right? Prana. The more energy. Okay, now come up and down with the heart. Come up and down. Kind of like come up and down as fast as you can. This is really good for the spine. But you're still keeping that chest open and trying to keep the back flat as possible. You're not trying to let your heart kind of collapse. You still want to keep your heart open and keep your spine tall. Long deep breath through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Whew. So there you go. That is a Scorpio Kriya for helping you to develop your emotional body, right? So that you can start to become more aware of your emotional sort of impact people have on you, you have on people, so that you can really rewrite the script, right? So if you don't like the mythology of your family tree and how they emotionally are, right, then you can make a new choice. And this gives you the energy, the emotional energy to make a new choice. So sometimes when we are emotionally weak in the way that we can't handle, weak as in I can't handle my emotions. Emotions are going to be wild, they're going to be ferocious, they're going to be beastly. But we are even more ferocious and even more beastly, right? Our spirit, our soul, we can take it. And when we feel like to take it, you have to have a really sort of big heart chakra. You have to have a really sort of commanding heart chakra to take it. And the more that we can take it, the more that we can actually let it go, because we never will let go of an emotion as long as we have judgment. So if we're crying and we're letting that floodgate wide open and we're taking in the emotions, we're literally going to the bathroom, right? Getting out that backed up, the constipation, the emotional sort of, it gets toxic, right? Just like when you constipate, it gets toxic in your body. It's unnecessary. You just gotta flush it out. But when we do that emotionally and when we have judgment, basically what we're doing is we vomit it out and then we just eat it again. We vomit it out and then we just eat it again, right? So you're not eliminating anything, right? But when you vomit it out, you just kind of let it flow. You're not attached. You're just, okay, I'm feeling it's the beast and the ferocious animal of my emotions are coming out, right? I need to let it come out. I am grateful that it's coming out, right? When we do that, we literally just let the vomit go, right? And we just, we let Mother Gaia take the vomit, right? We don't bring it back in. But when we judge it, we always say there's something wrong with it. I have to bring it back because I need it, right? I'm emotionally feeling this pain. I'm vomiting, right? Feeling the purge of my emotions through crying or whatever it is. There's something wrong with me. When we say there's something wrong with me, that's when we take the vomit, we consume it back again, right? Because when we say there's something wrong with it, we're saying that I don't really accept the process of what's happening and I don't want it to happen. So I'm going to block it. I'm going to prevent it by stopping myself from vomiting and taking back whatever I vomited, because I think there's something wrong with the fact that I just let go of something, right? We think a lot of times emotionally, we think that letting go of emotions, there's something wrong with it, that we're supposed to harbor and carry all the emotions of everything. So, but what happens, you don't vomit and you don't eat it after you vomit. Like, that doesn't make sense. You vomit because you know, I'm really sick, I gotta get it out, right? And that's the one thing about our culture, this emotional sort of like, we all think that's something wrong with letting go and crying and letting go of emotions, is that we vomit it out a little bit and then we like, oh, something's wrong with me, I can't do that, and then we eat it back up, right? That doesn't how we don't do that in the real world when we're actually getting sick. We know, our body knows, our biology knows that there's something inside of us that it's toxic, right? There's something, a sickness going on in our body, and our body is literally trying to eliminate it before it gets out of hand. And that's why we're all emotionally this mess and we're reckless, because emotionally we're out of hand. We, just like sickness, when you don't vomit it out, sometimes you feel worse and you start to feel even worse about yourself. Like, for example, I was really sick when I was a child, and I didn't like vomiting, right? Because it was painful. It was really, really painful, so I tried to block it. I didn't want to vomit because it was really, really painful, and it almost made me feel like I'm going to pass out, and I thought there was something wrong with vomiting, right? I judged vomiting. I thought it was just too painful. I didn't want to do it. But my body, it was even more pain holding on to it, because when I finally let myself vomit it, I mean just free vomit, like just do it, right? Just let it out. I vomited so much, it was so painful, it was so brutal, it was so harsh how much I vomited, how painful the sting was as it moved out of my whole body. But then after, I literally almost passed out because of how gruesome that was, that sting of it. But then when after maybe 5-10 minutes, I was like, dude, I looked at my mother and I was like, I think I got all the illness at me, and I think it's right here in my bowl, right? I looked at my bowl and I was like, I think this is what was inside of me that was causing all this sickness. And right after that, it was like, I felt so good. I went to sleep. I mean, I went to the hospital that time, but I went to sleep, and everything that I felt for hours on end, it was gone. Right? So that's what, emotionally, we're the same way. Emotionally, sometimes we have to go through the sting, we have to go through the burn, we have to go through the pain and just let it come out, right? Because if we don't, it's even more pain just to hold it in. It actually, you not only have the pain of it, the sting, but you also have the like a double sting, right? If it actually it actually attacks your body, right? The sickness, it attacks your body, and your body's like, get it out, get it out. Same thing of your emotions. When you hold onto a lot of this grief energy, right? The sting of grief, but now you only have the attack of grief on your body, your emotional body. And literally, grief can sometimes feel like it's an attack, right? Especially if you don't let it out. So we know biologically vomiting is a natural thing. Why don't we think letting go of emotions is a natural thing, right? To go through periods of you're getting rid of sickness, like emotional sickness, or you don't even have to see it as emotional sickness. You can just see it as, I'm letting go of emotions that does not serve me, right? The reason I'm doing that is so I can create more space for nutrients, right? Get out. The body wants to get out the toxins so that the body can actually fill up with more nutrients instead of sickness. So that's why the body purges in that way. Same thing as us emotionally. So with this Scorpio Kriya, it's a way for us to kind of, get out the emotional constipation, right? So that we can start, again, when we start to feel like we're in a handle of our emotions, right? We can start to actually make a better choice for ourselves emotionally. When we don't feel like we have a handle of our emotions because we let our emotions rule us, right? Because we don't let it come out, we don't listen to it, we just try to hold it in. Like when we're just emotionally constipated and agitated, and people have that nasty face because they're just emotionally backed up for decades, that kind of thing. We have no handle on our emotions. And that's why we're emotionally reckless with ourselves and with other people. And that's why a lot of us, we shut down, we stop expressing ourselves. We don't even want to even talk about emotions, or we don't even want to even mention anything that is going to be emotional, right? Because we don't have a handle on our emotions. Because we have judged ourselves so critically for letting the emotions move through us, that now we don't even let it at all. But emotions have to move through us, or we're just going to be emotionally bankrupt, as we are. We're emotionally empty, because when we have so much emotional avoidance, emotions just, it's kind of like they become like a rut. When we don't really make the right choice emotionally, when we don't even know how to make the right choice emotionally. It's the same thing like any sort of bankruptcy, right? We don't know how to make the right choice. We're avoiding it. We're allowing it to get in a rut, right? Where we don't know how to lead it, right? We don't know how to heal it. We don't know how to repair it. We don't know how to organize it. We don't even know how to deliver it. That's why we become bankrupt. Or, emotionally bankrupt. We don't know how to deliver it. We don't know how to organize it. We don't know how to heal it. We don't know how to transform it. We don't know how to express it. How to lead our emotions, right, into success. We have no clue. Because we've never really gotten into the rhythm of what emotions is, which is everything. Everything is a circulation. Right? Currency, that is a circulation, right? That's a give and take. That's a flush it in and that's a flush it out, just like emotions. And everything wants to continue to flush in and flush out. So if you're blocking love, if you're blocking whatever you emotionally want to block out because you don't want to go there, right? You are blocking the flow of what? Currency, basically. Flush it in, flush it out, right? And then that becomes very stagnant as well. We're meant to experience emotions. We're meant to experience emotions of other people, emotions of ourselves, right? But it's the fear of flushing in. It's more so the fear of it flushes in. We don't know how to move it. We don't know how to circulate, and then it just kind of sits there, right? So we're always emotions going to flush in. Just let it flush out, flush it in, flush it out, and then you're not so scared, right? Even with people in their finances world, they're so scared, right, of it flushing in and flushing out, because we all want to flush in the love, but we don't really understand that it's also, when we flush in love, we're also flushing out the ways that we sabotage, or flushing out these emotional paths, right? This emotional burdens, all of that, right? It's a give and take with ourselves, just like any kind of, currency. It's an exchange, right? It's exchange that we make, right? I am exchanging, like I'm letting go of grief so I can take in love, right? Or anything like I am exchanging, you say back in the old days, right? I'm exchanging this crystal so I can get your scarf, right? But when we think of grief and we think of love, we think of them as like, grief is like some ugly demon, and then love is just like the heavenly of the heavenly. All it is just we're moving energy through us. It's not the demon and it's not the saint, right? We have these lower energies that have to move through us, and these higher energies have to move through us. It's just how it is. It's natural law. It's not the demons moving through us, the angels moving through us. It's just we have lower energies on planet Earth and on other planets. It's just natural law. There's lower energies, right? But the more that we know how to like let it move through us, flush it in, flush it out, the more we're not going to be terrified when we actually face with a lower energy within us. We're not going to be like, oh, go crazy and like, go bankrupt because we go crazy, right? No, we know the lower, the energies come in, the higher energies come in, and we're very neutral, because circulation is about neutral. Exchange is very about neutralizing, right? Neutralizing the give and take. It's about equilibrium. We have lower energies, we have higher energies, we have to equalize both to exist, so that we can always be balanced, so that we're never bankrupt, right? We're never bankrupt. We're always circulating in a way that we can make the right choice, right? We can make the right choice. We know how to organize. We know how to deliver. We have the insight, right? We have the self-trust. And most importantly, we're not avoiding and we're not denying, because we know that that's just going to lead to a latent rut, right? So I'm just going to leave you guys with these thoughts. So thank you.